I love these. These are our 3D Seaside treasure stickers, and I'm a sucker for a good sticker. You're gonna get 80 of them, and they are 3D, and they are magnificent. Take a look, because there's great size here. There's great style here. And you've got gorgeous shells and obviously starfish. As you look at these shells, you might think about when you were walking along the beach and you were collecting shells. My son Sebastian loves to do that all the time. We go to the beach and he gives me handfuls and handfuls of shells till it weighs me down and I can no longer walk through the sand. It's something that, again, inspires our imagination. When you add those shells, those seaside emblems onto any project that you do, oh, it's gonna be a great choice. And Anna, obviously, because it's the stickers, we're just gonna peel and stick.
We are. Now, there are 80 amazing stickers in the set. And so what you were seeing on set there at HSN was a table full of 80 stickers. It's 20 different designs for each of these beautiful hand-colored engravings. And I, too, have really fond memories of collecting shells as a kid. And it was just one of the ways that I spent time at the beach. Like, I grew up and my summers were spent at the beach with my parents. And there was always a contest. Like, every single day, it was like, who has the best or the largest shark's tooth that they found, you know, who had the most complete shell. And, you know, what's so amazing is that when we had the contest at the end of the day, right, it was my mom that always won. She knew exactly what the perfect shell would be and look like. And I tell you, I have her collection now, and it is on full display in a cabinet that I bought just for her shells. And it greets people as you walk in the door at my house in Florida. And it is such an incredible thing to behold, because, you know, all of those memories, right? She started collecting way before she taught me to do it. But then as I look at it, I get emotional. This is something that is, you know, it's a legacy, her legacy. And so here we can decorate our cards with that. We can add those beautiful finishing touches to, you know, somewhat, you know, so hope your day is as amazing and fun as possible. But then we've got all these die cuts and old world things. But then when you add the shells, do you see that what this becomes is now something far more decorative, far more appropriate for, you know, some of these. We were talking earlier about the Griffinite groups, right? The Florida Griffinite groups, big shout out to everyone there in Florida, have been asking for shells for months and months and years. Now it's here. I'm hoping that this makes everyone happy, because adding, you know, when you got 80 stickers, you can add 5 of them to the front of the card because you've got plenty. But you can also highlight one, right? And of course, our sand is made of glitter. You know, it is glitter sand. And then we just want to make sure that we're always telling someone that you are so thoughtful and kind, no matter how we embellish. So we're trading our flowers for the shells for the rest of the summer. And here it's all going to work so beautifully together. So maybe you got the Paradise cardstock, maybe you got the Paradise dies, right? Sending you warm wishes, but then we're going to add the shells, right? We're just going to add the shells around that wonderful little sentiment, and then give ourselves the permission to add more, to the permission to create a composition like that. I collect the shell art, meaning beautiful old boxes that are covered in seashells, and that is something that I adore. And so I have this one box full of covered in shells at my house, and every time I go to that house, I add a little shell inside the compartment. So the box is covered in shells, but then there are squares on the inside. So I add a shell each time I go. So I remember where I was, what I was doing.
I love that.
You can do that with these amazing cards.
Oh my gosh, that is all. Listen, it's funny how all of these things can mean so much to us. That's why those shell stickers are big favorites tonight. Only a couple hundred sets remain. Don't forget, $7.50 to fill your entire cart. You'll never spend another $1 on shipping for your crack.